introduction, our divisional commissioner for Pune, who has been with a part of the tournament right from the first day and he has been very instrumental. So thank you, Mr. Rao, for all the support that you've given to this tournament and seeing it grow every year. This tournament currently is one of the tournaments held in 26 countries across the world. And Pune, Maharashtra, we are really proud that we are a part of that. We have Mr. Vikram Kumar, who is the Municipal Commissioner. Again, no introduction needed. Thank you, sir, for all your support because Pune is the host city and you have done such help to us to see that everything that we needed is taken care of. And we really appreciate all the effort put in by the Municipal Corporation and your staff to see that everything that technically we needed, whatever background we needed is all done. Thank you very much, sir. We have another young, dashing officer who is more of a friend to us, also a keen tennis player and a sportsman by heart, Mr. Suhas Divse, who is now the Commissioner of Sports, Government of Maharashtra. He is doing so much. In the last few days that he has taken over, you will see the vibrancy in the sports department of the state. Under his leadership, we are also hosting the first ever Maharashtra Olympic Games, which will be simultaneously held along with the Tata Open Maharashtra, which will bring much more energy to our tournament this year because there are more than 10,000 people who will be at the stadium. And I think we will give them a glimpse of the international tennis. So thank you, sir. Mr. Divse's team, his entire office is working day and night, not only for the Maharashtra Olympics, but also for the Tata Open Maharashtra. My two young stars from Indian tennis, Mukund Sasikumar and Sumit Nagal are here today. They represent players from 28 countries this year who are participating in the Tata Open Maharashtra. So thank you guys for making time. I have asked them to just tweak their practice schedule to be here today. May I request, so we will ask the dignitaries to speak and then Prashant will also make his remarks and then we will take the question and answers. So I request, sir, please address the conference. So everybody will just talk about their role of the department. So sir will just start because he's also the chairman of the local organization.
Sabhi ko namaskar. And I would like to say that it's a proud moment for all of us present here that we are hosting the 5th edition of Tata Open Maharashtra. And we have been successful in hosting global tennis stars here. This is the 5th consecutive year when we are hosting it, and before this tournament came to Maharashtra for the last 20 years, it was being hosted by Tamil Nadu. The then Chief Minister Honorable Devendra Fadnavis, he was the key person who decided that the tournament should come to Maharashtra and government should provide extensive support for organization of such prestigious tournament. And we have been successfully doing it for the last 5 years. This year also, state government is very, very keen about successful execution of the whole tournament. Honorable CM, Honorable DCM, they all are part of the organizing exercises which are going on for the last 2-3 months. A few days ago, all of us, we went to Nagpur where current assembly session is going on to invite Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister. And they have been graceful enough, they have accepted our invite, and on 5th January, both the dignitaries, they would come to witness this tournament along with the parallel organization which is going on of Maharashtra State Olympic Association. When we organize such tournaments, the basic objective is to bring tennis at the forefront. Pune is in any case famous about talent, education, youth, when we see the youth population density in our country, Pune is definitely number one city. And if we have such a huge catchment area of youth population, naturally, games like tennis, they need more promotion. The basic objective of organizing such prestigious event in Pune is that our young adults, our young kids, they should get inspiration and they should start playing tennis. This year, the goal is very simple, that we have to make sure that there is a atmosphere creation in the whole city. Incidentally, we are going to organize G20 also. So, overall environment creation, atmosphere creation, this activity is going on. You must have seen lots of efforts which are being, you must have witnessed it, which are being put in by Mr. Vikram Kumar and his team. City has slowly started looking cleaner, better, and I am sure within 10 days there would be a lot of change which the Punekars they would witness. Incidentally, G20, Maharashtra State Olympic Games, Tata Open Tournament, all are coinciding, and although our efforts they have increased manifold, but certainly we are sure that these efforts they are going to bear very good fruits for our citizens, for our youth, for our young kids. When we talk about sports, naturally each and every sports it contributes in the personality development of the person, and especially if we are successful in tackling young kids, young students, they learn how to celebrate their victory, and at the same time they also learn how to take their defeat. And once this sportsman spirit is developed in any personality, naturally in future, irrespective of the position that person is going to hold, their performance, their poise, their balance in life, it is absolutely exceptional. The whole objective behind this tournament is to develop good citizens. We are not only promoting sports here, we are trying to give good, balanced citizens to our country. I am really grateful to Mr. Prashant Sutar and his team. All of you must have seen. He is temporarily immobilized. Still, he is for the I think almost for the last 6 weeks. He has got plaster on his leg. Still, without losing even 1% of his enthusiasm, he is continuously engaged in the overall organization, continuously coordinating with us, continuously pursuing us for various issues, for the preparations which needs to be done. So, my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Prashant Sutar, Mr. Sundar Iyer, and the whole team who have done exceptional job. You are going to witness it from tomorrow itself, practically. Tomorrow itself, the show will begin, and the wholehearted efforts which have been put up by the whole team, they are going to get fructified. My best wishes for the whole organization. It is going to be a very nice show. मौसम बहुत अच्छा है, नए वर्ष का माहौल है. We are also planning that specifically this year we are going to focus on schools and colleges. PMC के schools हैं, पिंपरी चिंचवड कॉर्पोरेशन के schools हैं. इन बच्चों को आमचा प्रयत्न असा राहणार आहे की त्यांना स्टेडियम पर्यंत आणणे and to provide them with an opportunity to witness how good tennis is played, what are the vibes which we can gather from the sports arena. So we are thinking about providing the young kids with very positive exposure. So वो एक नया प्रयोग इस साल हम लोग कर रहे हैं जिसमें दोनों ही कॉर्पोरेशन के schools के बच्चे plus even we have already sent appeal to almost every school to send their kids private, they may be private schools, public schools. So young kids are specifically invited and they are most welcome there. My best wishes to the organizing team, and although we all are working as a consolidated team, but the people who are practically working on the field, my best wishes to them, and we are going to put up a very successful show. Thank you.
May I now request Sri Kumar to please say a few words.
Namaskar. It's a matter of pride for Pune city to host such events. Pune, as you all know, being Punekars, is a magnet. It attracts everybody and everyone. Pune, IT capital, Pune, education capital, Pune, manufacturing capital, and Pune last year was the most livable city in the country. And now we want Pune to be the most livable city this year also. The survey is going on, we get to know the results. But Pune has so many strengths, and Pune city is so vibrant city, and such events add to the credentials of the city. Sports events like Tata Open, which has been happening in Pune since last 4 years, in 2018 onwards. And such events where international players come, play, and an ATP event, which is on the international circuit, has put Pune on the international tennis map also. So Pune city on international tennis map also is also a very proud moment for all of us in Pune city. In fact, Utulja Bhosle, one of the women tennis players, is also our brand ambassador for Swachh Pune. So, I welcome all the players who are coming from abroad to Pune city. It's a beautiful city, and I give my best wishes to this tournament and may the best player win. Thank you.
May I now request Sri Swati to say a few words.
Good morning all. So very happy to be the host of ATP 250 this year. Practically, even though this is the 5th year of this tournament, because of the COVID restrictions last couple of years, they were not held. And I think we are now ready, as Sir said. All the preparations are on full swing, and the show will begin from the 1st of January. The new year will begin with this beautiful sports event which is happening in Pune. There are a few things which I would like to share. I think we have the best sporting facility in the country in Balewada. So I think more than 6 to 7 games under one roof, with the beautiful facilities like residential facilities, social and other facilities available around. Pune is definitely sports capital also, along with its cultural and other heritage and other, what you can say, the famous one. And for this ATP, we have been working hard. The organizing committee is working hard, and Maharashtra government has been supporting this event wholeheartedly. Important aspect of this event is again more than 250 young tennis players are volunteering for this game. So it's a unique opportunity where games are practically organized by volunteers. And that is what happens in major international tournaments abroad, where like Olympics or Asian Games are normally organized and made successful by volunteers. So this culture of volunteerism is basically introduced through ATP. I'm very happy. We are very happy to announce, and Honorable Regional Commissioner also, He also heads the organizing committee for Maharashtra Olympic Games, which are happening after 23 years in the state. And this will be the first of its kind in the country. More than 10,000 athletes will compete from 2nd January to 12th January. And simultaneously, these two events are happening. We are very excited, and I think you are always welcome to basically witness this the entire festival, the sports festival. And I wish the organizing committee, the organizers, the volunteers, the players a huge success. Thank you very much.
I request Prashant to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais, I welcome everyone. Thank you very much for taking out your precious time here. They have already mentioned about the tournament and what it takes to do this tournament. But I would like to say few things. I strongly feel a tournament of this magnitude, whether it is a football World Cup or Olympic or ATP event, is simply not possible without a strong government support. And MSLT and Maharashtra has been fortunate enough to have a strong support from the government of Maharashtra and its officers that have been instrumental in getting this this platform a great success. We had Mr. Saurabh Rao, Vikram Kumar, Subhas Joshi, also Mr. Praveen Darade, who is actively involved he is a secretary for this Tata Open Maharashtra Organizing Committee. We have been taking meetings, online meetings, personal meetings. So we must appreciate that we are very fortunate enough to have these youngsters, young officers on board, and we feel that we keep getting support from them so that we can take this tournament bigger and bigger. In fact, last year's tournament was recognized worldwide. It was an example we gave to the ATP and the other sports body where the COVID was at peak and we could conduct the event without any issues, and it was well appreciated all over. And that time also, we all decided how should we execute the event and all. So last year's event was very special. This is the 5th edition. We have a very, very strong field. I guess one of the best players field, and many players have decided to come again and again to Pune. That itself says that Pune is becoming their favorite destination for the players because of the city, because of the atmosphere we create, the management, playing culture of Pune city. So we keep growing this tournament every year, and once again, thank you everyone. MSLT Sundar doing a great job as always, and look forward everyone to see you at the event for the next over the week. Thank you.
So I have been given this responsibility to announce the wild card entries. So first of all, I'll announce singles. First wild card entry for singles is Mr. Mukund Sasi Kumar, who is India's #1 tennis player. So naturally, he deserves this wild card entry, and I'm sure the whole tournament it would get honored by his presence. The second wild card entry for singles is Mr. Sumit Nagal, young tennis star who is coming out of his injury by God's grace, and he has played against Roger Federer also, and in fact he has taken a set also against Roger Federer. This is a proud moment for all of us. Now the announcement about wild card entry for doubles. So for doubles, it is Mr. Arjun Kadhe and Fernando Bomboli.
So actually, we are looking at the other wildcards a little later, but we are very proud and privileged to announce these two wildcards to our youngest and brightest stars who also have been doing Davis Cup. First, I request Sumit to come and say a few words, and then I request Mukul to also say a few words. Maybe talk about the tournament because Sumit has been playing here since he was 16 years old.
Respected sir, good morning to everyone. For Indian tennis players, I would say this is the happiest week because this is the biggest tournament we have in India, and we all get a chance to play. And thanks to everyone there, to the sponsor, to sirs who make this possible. Yeah, I think the first time I played here was in 2015. Again, I was given a wild card. I keep bothering you with this, but last few weeks or year has been a little bit tough. So giving me this opportunity to play again in India in the biggest tournament, Tata Open Maharashtra, I don't have words to it. Again, thank you everyone. I know I'm going to get a lot of support from everyone, and for the end, let's do this. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the government of Maharashtra, MSLTA and AAPA for giving all necessary support to hold this tournament. As Sumit said, it brings so much happiness to all the Indian players and so much opportunities for us to give ourselves the best and give the Indian fans of tennis a good show. So first of all, for the opportunity to arrive, these people have to put on a lot of days and nights of hard work to get 1 week of tennis into place. So big thank you to all of you. And like Sir said, this tournament is getting honored in my presence. I'm not sure if I can take that compliment because that's a bit too big for what I have done so far. I think I am the one who feels honored to be part of this tournament. I think it's the other way around. And as far as Sumit is concerned, I've always been a huge fan of him and in the way he has played. And for me to receive his wild card along with him is also a very big honor for me because the last few years I've done a lot of hard work to try and catch up with him. I don't think I still have, but I always enjoy watching him play and from the junior days to see him reach this level with all the hardships that he has faced is extremely commendable. So I really wish you all the best, and I'm sure you will bring a lot of big things to this country. And I'm also extremely thankful for the wild card from MSLTA and the tournament director Prashant sir, Sundar sir, whoever has had the intention to give me the opportunity to play, because the last 1 year has been extremely tough for all the Indians for various reasons. We have been one of the countries who have suffered the most due to the pandemic because we were not able to hit the practice courts, and already such a tough sport without practice made it even tougher. And I know that I have ended up being Indian #1, but it's under very I would say strange circumstances. With one of our best players, Sumit, being injured, Prajnesh also being injured. Although it's still a gift that I received this year, I still take it only as a reality that I should accept. And nevertheless, for them to consider this new circumstance and still give me an opportunity to play with the best players in the world and play alongside the best players in the country is a moment that I have extreme gratitude for. And
I really hope that I will not let them down and give them a good performance on Tuesday and how many other matches I play here. Thank you.
Well said, Mukund, and I think we are really all glad that we are able to provide you guys in India with this kind of a big platform, and I'm sure that we will make most of it. Before we go ahead with your questions, there is a small thing that we would like to do. We are also unveiling our official uniforms and merchandise, and I request all the dignitaries on the dais to please unveil this and hand it over to Claire. These are official merchandise for light band projector band light Thank you. So I think we will open the floor for question answers. Sir will answer. Technically also we try to take as many questions.
My question is to how crucial do you think Tata Open Maharashtra has been for the growth of tennis in the city?
It's absolutely crucial. For the last 5 years, हम लोग लगातार देख रहे हैं the interest of the youth in city it is increasing. आप जो भी हमारे पास clubs हैं who are providing tennis facility, if you go there the enrollment has increased. Maharashtra State Lawn Tennis Association, they are practically overwhelmed with the response which they are getting from the young students in our city. We are continuously coming up with fresh facilities in Pune Corporation area, Pimpri-Chinchwad Corporation area. Sports Commissioner and his team, they are taking keen interest. The divisional sports complex, be it divisional sports complex or Balewadi, at every place we are trying to add new courts. Facilities are increasing and enthusiasm is also increasing. So certainly such type of tournaments, they contribute to the overall sporting ecosystem of any city, and we have been very fortunate that we got this opportunity to continuously host this event for 5 years, and in the long run certainly it is going to enhance the sporting culture of Pune.
Yes.
Yeah. Are the tickets available for general public on sale? And in the backdrop of oncoming COVID scare, what are the protocols should the public be following?
Tickets are
Tickets are available online on Viva, and this year I guess there is no COVID protocol for the events. So far we don't have, but as per the government guidelines, as and when we receive, we will have to follow that protocol.
just to inform you that the ticket sales have been really doing well. Just yesterday we got a call that just 2 days we started the ticket sale. There are already about 700 or 800 tickets that have been sold already on Zunga.com. So I think which is because people are also waiting to watch. Sir, please. Sorry.
We will advisory that in crowded places, please wear mask. It's an advisory.
So we will follow that.
प्रशासन म्हणून आपला जो सहभाग याच्यामध्ये आहे या स्पोर्ट्स करता तो आर्थिकदृष्ट्या आहे की प्लेस किंवा इतर सुविधा किंवा याच्या पुढे काही अजून
दोन्ही गोष्टी आहेत. महाराष्ट्र शासन दरवर्षी सुमारे 2 कोटी रुपयाचं आर्थिक सहाय्य करते डायरेक्टली. आणि त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त पूर्ण बालेवाडीमधली जी सुविधा आहे ती आपण उपलब्ध करतो. आपण आपल्या अकॅडमीतल्या आणि आपल्या बाहेरच्या टेनिसच्या मुलांना पण एक्सपोजर देतो त्या ठिकाणी या सगळ्या स्पर्धा पाहण्याचं. या ठिकाणी ऑलरेडी एक ट्रेनिंग MSLT मार्फतच ट्रेनिंग अकॅडमी चालू आहे. आणि ह्या टुर्नामेंट नंतर वी आर टेकिंग टू अ डिफरंट आम्ही एक चांगला एक उपक्रम हाती घेतला आणि मला वाटतं येत्या काही दिवसामध्ये त्याच्याबद्दल आम्ही निश्चितपणे अनाउन्समेंट करू. आम्ही या ठिकाणी सेंटर ऑफ एक्सलन्स फॉर टेनिस असं बालेवाडी सुरू करण्याचं काम चालूमध्ये आहे. आणि त्याच्या बाबतीमध्ये फॉर्मॅलिटी जे आहे त्या वर्कआउट करतो आहे. जेणेकरून कसं आहे की आपण जर बघितलं असतं की नॅशनल लेवलवर महाराष्ट्र विन झाले. आतापर्यंत जेवढं नॅशनल गेम झाला तिथं आपण पहिले 1 नंबर स्टेटमध्ये ते पहिल्या नंबर आहोत, दुसऱ्या नंबर आहोत. मात्र त्याच्या पुढे जाण्यासाठी आपल्याला काहीतरी वेगळा पुढे घेणं गरजेचं आहे नॅशनलपेक्षा पुढे. आणि त्याच्यासाठी मग काही गोष्टी वेगळेपणाने कराव्या लागतील आणि त्या अशा जेनरिक स्वरूपात करता येणार नाही. त्या खूप स्पेसिफिकली फोकस करावा लागतो. इथून पुढचा जो काही आपला शासनाचा जो काही एक मानस आहे तो अशा सिलेक्टेड स्पोर्ट्समध्ये ज्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला पोटेन्शियल आहे, मुलं आहेत, मुली आहेत, अशा याला चांगल्या पद्धतीनं कशा प्रकारे ते पुढे नेता येईल यासाठी प्रयत्न करणं. आणि विल डेफिनेटली व्हेरी शुअर विल डू दॅट.
As everyone knows, Tata is a strong supporter for us since last 5 years, and I'm sure without their Tata support, this wouldn't have been possible. And Tatas are extremely happy about the way tournament is being conducted, and every year the tournament is growing. So we feel that Tata will keep continuing their support with the help of also government. We should pull this out for next couple of years.
I think this Tata Open Maharashtra is one of the best examples of how sporting association, government of the state and the corporate can get involved. I mean, this is really a very, very good cusp and probably a template for all the other sports to follow. So we are really happy, and this is only possible because of the government support, because of support of sirs, because it is very difficult to get corporates. But once the corporate comes on board, it is the responsibility of the state association to keep them happy. So I think this whole cusp has really worked out into a successful event.
Excuse me, sir. Is there any special training for from the international players to the our Maharashtra tennis players after this tournament?
So we have arranged training sessions for our Maharashtrian players. I think PMDD is taking the initiative for that. We have the best doubles player participating in the event, Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury. So we do have clinics for our players and also with singles players like Indian players. The clinics will be at the Ballyodi Stadium as well as I think PMDD has already working on it to involve all the state players together.
Sunil is home for tennis in India, but in the recent time, we haven't seen many players emerging at the international level. What do you think are the reasons and what are the steps that needs to be taken? This question for team.
I can answer it, but it would be better if a tennis player, the tennis player, he himself if he answers, because he is knowing what exactly is going wrong. He is aspiring to become one of the best players. So naturally, the response should come from him.
So this is a good question, in fact, and of course Sumit will answer it also later. But we feel that we should have the tennis at the mass level now. Tennis is still played in the cities and where we have limited resources of players coming in. Most of them, at the age of 16, they decide to switch over to academies. So we, along with the government of Maharashtra and MSLTA,
have decided to make this goes to a complete taluka level where we will have 4 courts in each taluka and 4 to 6 courts in each districts, and we will create an ecosystem for tennis where we will train 500 trainers and coaches, so that down the line 10 years probably we could see many Sumits and many Mukunds coming up from India and take this to the next level.
As I think sports administrator, I could tell you, you must be probably knowing also. Problem with why we are not competitive enough. The issue is like again the scouting has to be little extensive. Most of the players you see today are from city. Though he is from Haryana, he stayed in Delhi and started playing in Delhi. So the accessibility to good infrastructure is a primary thing. Secondly, we definitely need to have a very vibrant and very active program for coaches training. So we need to have good coaches which would go and intern. And thirdly, I would say we need to have a lot of competitions. And that's what the point he was making. For last 2 years, they don't have competition. Unless until players do get good competition, they cannot compete at that level. And we are working on that, and definitely, as Mr. Sundar was also talking about, that along with MSLT, along with the foundation, the tennis foundation of Government of Maharashtra, we will make this happen from the rural part of Maharashtra, where there will be more players who will be available. Then we can select best of their lot. We train them in a very focused manner, and then definitely, there is a short-term, medium-term, and long-term plan. And Mukund and these guys can definitely go up, but from the basic level also, kids are playing, will be definitely playing. We are also planning to have another tournament which is called PMR Open, and I think already PMRDA is taking initiative, and 27th February we will be having PMR Open, and PMRDA is the sponsor. And I think more and more number of these kind of tournaments will definitely help our players to have a platform, perform well, and do better at various levels. Thank you.
सौरभ सर, आता G20 होत्या त्या निमित्तानं काही धावती भेट सदस्यांची ह्या चॅम्पियनशिप होणार. G20ची सदस्यांची काही
G20चे जे सदस्य आहेत त्यांचं आगमन म्हणजे जे साधारणतः 34 देशातून जे डेलिगेट्स येणार आहेत त्यांचं आगमन 15-16 तारखेला आहे, आणि तोपर्यंत आपले दोन्ही टुर्नामेंट कंप्लीट होऊन जाणार आहेत. मात्र भारत सरकारचे जे प्रतिनिधी वेळोवेळी दर आठवड्याला ते येत आहेत, तिथे साधारणतः तिथे त्यांची एक मोठी टीम कॅम्प करून सुद्धा आहे, तर निश्चितरित्या त्या लोकांना आम्ही जरूर एक्सपोजर देणार आहे.
कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ATPचं बरोबर कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आता 5 वर्षाचं संपतं, ते रिन्यू करण्यासाठी काय प्रयत्न असणार आहेत, आणि अदर पुनावालांच्या बरोबरचं पण कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट संपलेलं आहे, तर लॉंग टर्ममध्ये रोडमॅप काय असणार आहे. आणि जानेवारी टुर्नामेंट झाली तर ऑस्ट्रेलियन ओपनचं लॉन्चिंग पॅड म्हणून फील्ड क्वालिटी येतं, फेब्रुवारीमध्ये झाली तर तसं फील्ड येत नाही, तर जानेवारीमध्ये होण्यासाठी आणि लॉंग टर्ममध्ये रोडमॅप काय असणार आहे, आणि त्याच्यासाठी महाराष्ट्र गव्हर्नमेंट आणि दोन्ही कॉर्पोरेशनचा सपोर्ट कसा असेल.
गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्राचा सध्या जे दृष्टिकोन आहे तो खूप स्पष्ट आहे की आम्हाला हा जे टुर्नामेंट आहे याचे पुढे सुद्धा आपल्याकडे आयोजित करायचा आहे, आणि मग त्याच्या अनुषंगाने शासन पातळीवर ऑलरेडी याच्यासाठी हालचाल सुरू झालेली आहे. एकदा तो निश्चित झाल्यानंतर गव्हर्नमेंटने हा एक्सप्रेस केला आहे की जे याच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनसाठी याचा टाईमलाईन आहे त्याला रिन्यू करण्यासाठी जे काही गोष्टी लागत असेल, जे एक्सपेंडिचर असेल, गव्हर्नमेंट तो बिअर करायला तयार आहे. तर त्याचे लगेच नंतर जे बाकी आपले स्पॉन्सर्स आहेत म्हणजे पुनावाला किंवा टाटा ऑफकोर्स आणि इतर सुद्धा बरेचसे, कारण आपल्याला कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन यामध्ये बरेच एजन्सीज कडून येते, बरेचसे बँक्स आहेत, आपले जे मीडिया पार्टनर्स आहेत, सो ते सेकंडरी फेजमध्ये होणार आहे. परंतु पहिला जे महत्त्वपूर्ण विषय आहे तो एवढाच आहे की गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र त्यांचा मानस स्पष्ट आहे की आम्हाला याच्या पुढे सुद्धा याला कंटिन्यू करायचं आहे.
Do you have any special plans to celebrate this fifth edition?
Celebrate is a very different word you have used. But yes, all good things, all important things happening in Pune city is a matter of pride for Pune Municipal Corporation. Because city gets that much value, city gets that much notice in the world map. So it's a matter of celebration in that way, yes. And for that we will also telling our school children to go and see this tournament. They will get the motivation there, seeing top players playing, and they will get motivated. And maybe one of them in future can himself go and play in Tata Open in future. So that way it's a sort of a celebration. But yes, Pune city is very happy that such tournaments are happening, such events are happening in Pune city.
I think there are no more questions. We can interact unofficially. Thank you very much for coming, and we hope to see you at the tournament. Most of your accreditation cards are ready and will be handed over to you very soon. On this opportunity, thank you, sirs, but I also like to thank Abhishek here, Abhishek Tamane, the Secretary of PMTTA, for all his support from the local body. So thank you very much, sirs. I just request a photograph of all before we have the Abhishek. I request you to join the photograph, please.